Hey guys, I wanted to take a few minutes to show you what happens, or actually what to do if the B on your robot front plate somehow disappears. Okay, I've got some comments from some teachers that are facilitating the class, and they'll be walking around and a child will raise their hand and say, my B is gone. So what do we do? Okay, well, this is a normal front plate. We see the B is there. I'm going to rotate it here, and you see that it's actually carved in there, so everything looks good. All right. So let's say somehow the child accidentally messes something up, which is totally okay because there's a lot of stuff going on, and it does happen. And so this is about what do we do when that does happen. Okay. Let's see here. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. I will explain. Okay, so let's say this happens. So they raise your hand and say, okay, the B is there, but it's no longer carved in. You see that? There's still an outline of the B, but it's no longer carved in there. So what happened is that someone, they accidentally deleted the extrude function. So the way this works is that you first have to put a sketch, which is a 2D drawing, which is the B that you see here, and you see that it's still there. Now, in order to either carve in or to have the thing extrude out, you'll need to add an extrude function. And because it's been accidentally deleted, you don't see that right now, and all you see is a 2D sketch there. All right, so let's say that this happens. First thing that I would check, you see these arrows up here, undo and redo, just like Microsoft Word. You know, let's click on undo. Oh, it's there. So actually, we undid it, and we're good to go. But sometimes that's not there, and actually, I don't know why. Maybe it got deleted in a certain way, or I'm not sure. But sometimes that you're not able to undo it. Okay, and if that's the case, we're gonna have to go ahead and add the extrude again. All right. So in order to do that, we're gonna double click on the B. Okay, great. And then you see on the top left here, it says extrude. I'm going to click on that. And we have a new, add, remove, and intersect. Now, add would be to extrude out, to have it stick out. And if I rotate this, you see that as a default, it's already created this B coming out. Now, this is super big, and that's not exactly what we want. And we want to go in. We want to carve in. So it's actually remove. So we'll click on remove. And so now it's going the other way. You see it's going through the plate. Now it's actually extruding into the plate, but you can see the depth is 1 inch. Now the plate itself is only a few tenths of an inch, so obviously if you do a full inch, it's going to go all the way through, which is not what we want. So I'm going to double click here. And the depth I usually use for the class is 0.05, okay? Then I click that, the check mark to save. Let's make sure we click it, and we are good to go. See, everything is back. Okay, so everything is good to go, and they can now continue to design their robot. Okay, case number 2. Let's say the B is no longer carved in, and also the 2D sketch is gone. So let's see how do we do that. Well, we're going to delete the extrude, and then we're going to delete the sketch. Okay, now when this happens, usually I'm like, oh man, the B is gone. Let's say that this is grayed out. We can't undo. Now we're going to have to start over. So 2 options you have here. We can create a new file for the student using the template, or with this option, which I think could be faster kind of once you get the hang of it, is to add your sketch and your extrude over again. And actually this is a good practice because when students move on to advanced CAD, they're going to be adding their own sketches eventually anyway, so it might be a good time to practice that. Okay, so we got a blank faceplate right now. So first thing we have to do is add that 2D drawing back. So I'm going to click on the sketch. Okay, the first thing that shows up, it says sketch plane. So it says select a sketch plane. Okay, this is a surface that the program will use to draw the 2D sketch. Okay, so there's a couple options here, right? So if we move the mouse here, it says the front plane. Is that where we want front plane? Well, let's look. I'm gonna rotate it. Sorry, you can't really see it. Okay, the front plane is here. Okay, but if we look, it's actually this thing here. Okay, see, you can see it yellow. Now that is not exactly where we want to draw our sketch, right? Because that's the front plane, but we want to draw it right here. Okay, so we don't want to choose this as this one. Sorry, we don't want to choose this one as a plane. We want to choose this. So let me move back to the front. Okay, and we move our mouse until the plane that we want to sketch on is highlighted. Then we click. Great. So now we've selected the plane. Now, once that's done, all this stuff up here shows up. So we have, you can draw lines, squares, circles, and arcs, and all these things. So this is more of the advanced stuff where the kids can get creative and adding shapes to their front plate. For now, we just want to put the text. So let's click on the text. Then we click and drag, and that's going to create the box where we can now put in our text. Let's put the B in. There we go. And let's move it here. Let's move it to the center. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, and remember we want to do the extrude. So I'm going to do, so it's actually you can just, right after you do the sketch, just now go here and extrude upon that. Remember, we want to do a remove. And then we want to do a 0.05, oh, not 0.01, or not 0.051, but 0.05. We click check mark, we check it, looking good, and they are ready to go, except for one thing. Now, you'll notice that, so during the course, there's an exercise where the kids need to click on the B and resize it, make it small or large. Now you'll notice, since we just created a fresh one, if we double click on the B, there should be like a number that shows up here, and you're able to modify that number to change the size of the text. Now that's not showing up here. The reason why is that we need to add a dimension, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. So we click on the B and nothing's showing up. Don't worry, we just right click on it now and say edit sketch. All right, once you do that, then all this stuff shows up again. Remember, like all the lines and the text and everything. The one that we want is this one right here, okay? It says dimension. So we click on that, and then we want to find, I usually just go with this one here. So what we're saying is that we want to put a dimension on this border here. And so that's going to set how long, or the height of the B, basically. So I'm going to click here, and boom, this thing comes out. Now it says it's 1.155 inches, all right? So as default, I usually put 1 inch. So I'm going to set it as 1 inch, and you'll see it kind of adjusted a little bit. Okay, now we are good to go. So let's say if I double click on this B now, boom, we get that 1, and then they can do their thing, right? They can change this to just for fun right now. Let's make it 0.5 and see what happens. There we go, a little half-inch B. All right, okay, that's it for now. I hope that that was helpful. As things pop up, please do feel free to reach out to us. We'll make videos like this. It's our job to make your lives as instructors easier, and we're here to support you. So keep on teaching out there, and yeah, we're excited that more and more people are starting to teach the class. All right, we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.